ArtDisplay.com has a number of armature holder options. Armature stands are basically bases that have a wire that you can bend to display an object. Here we will use a double T-arm to display a knife. It's basically easiest to remove this armature from the base before working on it. Now we'll line up the double T to see where we want to hold the knife. And then we will mark it and bend the upright piece so that it sits flat on the knife. Avoid putting pressure on soldered joints when bending. Then we'll sit it on there again, and we're going to mark the top bar so we can bend that around the handle. It's easiest to do the bending when the wires are long so you get leverage. Once the wire is bent, then cut it back. Then we'll put it back on, see how it's looking, and we'll mark the bottom wires. And then here we are actually using pliers to support the wire at its bend and using fingers to bend the wire, but you could also use a second pair of pliers to get a nice sharp bend if needed. So we cut off the excess on the one side so we can mark this side. Then we'll bend that, get that nice and bent, and then we will cut that back as well. Try it on, see how it looks. Then we'll file or sand off any sharp edges, this way it doesn't scratch your object. Next we want to bend that back upright again, away from the knife, back, so it's not coming down right from the knife. It just looks better that way, and it also helps bring the wire to the back of the base, because then we will put a second bend to actually position the knife towards the center of the base, and that second bend also, well, both bends together can combine to give you an angle. This way it'll look better and also be more stable on the base and not be way on the back. So this double T is basically for mounting vertically. We also have an H-arm that can be used for horizontal and or on an angle for a more dramatic presentation. So you can check out our video for that as well.